All right, what's going on? I am Vito. Thank you for joining me. And I am happy to say that today we hit 1,000 subscribers here on this YouTube channel. So I figured it would be a fun little thing to celebrate with a live stream. So tonight we're going to be checking out Eric Fine's Arrow Out of the Blue, which is a song I recorded here in the studio late October 21, I think. And I haven't opened the session until right now. I played a few seconds of it earlier just to give it a quick listen, and it actually sounds pretty good without anything. So we'll take a look at it, and I know I'm not going to finish mixing it tonight, but why not? Let's do a little bit of mixing. So, I am working here in Cubase. I'm using Cubase 14 Pro. And I guess the first thing we're going to do is clean up the session, because this was recorded in my mixing template that I use. Shout out to, I believe it's Spinlight Studios. I used his YouTube tutorial on creating a mixing template just to have something to follow along with. I'm probably going to modify it a bit eventually and make my own video on that, but it's super exhaustive. Actually, it's already a little cleaned up. The mixing template includes like banjo and mandolin and brass and stuff, but there's none of that here. So it looks like we didn't record lead on a separate track. So let's really simplify what's going on here. Get rid of these. Nothing on this. We do have an acoustic. We've got a couple acoustic takes. These are together being bussed to acoustic 1, left, right. Let's remove that. Some of these tracks contain data. What data? There's nothing here. There's our acoustic. It hasn't gone anywhere. Keys. We also have some keys. Put an organ sound here in MIDI. And then these other keys were recorded directly out of a keyboard. So, nothing going on here. It's always great to do a little tidy before you start really diving into mixing. There's no drum sampler here. There's no sweeps or crazy effects going on. With these, it's all real drums. It looks like we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full takes. And one little false start at the beginning here. So 6 takes. It looks like we took take 4. And I think we cobbled together the acoustic out of, yeah, I guess take 3 and 4. Everything comes from 4. We just snagged an acoustic take of 3 so we can make it wide. Okay, I think these are just room mics. I'm going to leave these. I'm going to leave these additional tracks just in case we decide to duplicate anything. We can copy it to one of my double tracks that are already made. No gang vocals. And there are harmonies, but nothing that we grouped as background vocals. These are my groups that we're not using anymore, some of them. Lead. The keys, the vocals. Take these away. All right. And the way this is set up is that all the instruments go to an instrument mix bus, all the vocals go to a vocal mix bus, and then those get mixed together into a mix bus, and then that goes to a master. And that allows me to put processing on the mix bus and not affect the stereo out, because I can affect the master as well and not affect the stereo out. So the stereo out comes after all of that. Let's give this a listen. Now that we've cleaned it up. Oops. You know what? There are some additional drum channels we didn't use, so we'll get rid of those. Sweet. Let's just give this full song a listen. This is how we had it in the recording session. There is a little bit of processing going on. It looks like... We don't need to see all these. It looks like there's a gate and a little bit of compression on the drums. The bass has an amp sim. The guitar has an amp sim. The acoustics got something going on here. It's a tuner. Okay, that doesn't really count. The organ has a volume plugin to automate. I guess a volume jump or drop. The vocals have a 76 on them. So do all the harmony vocals. We got a Valhalla reverb at one point for the vocals. The drum bus has an SSL comp on it. This Black Salt Audio clipper. And then the Black Salt Audio low control. Other than that, there's nothing. Just a little bit of EQ up top. So, let's give it a listen.
don't see it as a game, though we play it just the same. Stoking the fire that doesn't burn, but just brings joy to everything. Till the cold comes creeping in, a cruel wind that gets under my skin and into my veins. Please don't be happening again. I wanna love you, babe, like I know you deserve. Put my hands in my pockets, stepping off the curb. I don't mean to be like this, hitting the mark until I miss. 'Cause my heart's been shot through by an arrow out of the blue. Maybe this time things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be led so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, we're gonna find the cure. And I will love you, babe, like I know you deserve. Put my hands in my pockets, skipping off the curb. I'll no longer be like this, hitting the bullseye till I miss. 'Cause my heart won't be shot through by an arrow out of the blue. By an arrow out the blue. By an arrow out the blue. By an arrow out the blue.
Wow. Okay, it's crazy how good that is without much processing. One thing I noticed is, so I'm just trying to listen for anything that sticks out immediately. One thing I noticed is the toms, like the drums sound fine, but the toms in particular sound a little, they sound like flat, but they're also a little loud.
It just brings joy to everything. Till the cold comes creeping in, a cooper. It just brings joy to everything.
Normally I would mix with my monitors, but in order to have this live stream work optimally, I'm using headphones right now. So this is not my preferred situation personally, but we're gonna make it work. Using the Black Salt Audio silencer here as the gate. So what if we just listen to the toms? Just the toms. Doesn't sound great. We can definitely improve this. Alright, let's listen to it without these. silencer does kind of kill them a bit. It's nice, but it kind of kills them. What if we change the reduction a bit? Enable the ghost here. Yeah, what if we just drop it down like this? What's this before and after? Alright. See, if you crank this up, it really isolates the tom, but it's not... doesn't sound natural. And I think we definitely want to maintain some natural tone to these drums. This one's really isolated. Actually, I'm gonna make... oh, I realize you can't see. There we go. Now you're on the mixer, you can see what's going on there. Yeah, there we go. We can put a little bit of panning in here. We'll go more like... you know what, I think it's maybe the floor tom is just a little strong. Let's see what's going on with the compression here. These were decisions made while we were recording, or just hanging out after the record, so... Alright. This is kind of a fun groove just like this. All right.
Brings joy to everything till the cold comes cool.
It's good to not get lost in soloing tracks when you're mixing, so let's give all the drums a mix. Listen here. See what these sound like going to... oh, you know what? Oops. I have... it's a little too big. Not that. That's kind of fun though. Let's see. That's not bad. All right. All right. Just pull out some of that. Oh. I'm not sure I like the top end of this. What if we just... give it a little bloom?
Joy to every
Cool.
fire that doesn't burn, but just brings joy to everything. Till the cold comes creeping in.
All right. And I think something else I noticed was that the rhythm, the electric guitar seems like it could use a little brightening up.
Stepping off the I don't mean to be like this. Hitting
These all fit together pretty well, actually. Just feel like we could improve this guitar a little bit. Yeah, maybe a little saturation. Let's try this. We've got the... Yeah, we'll jump over here. We've got the Abbey Road saturator here. There's without it. There's with it. Did it just make it louder? What are we getting on the... Is it tricking me? Is it tricking me? Is it just getting louder? Let's see. Let's just listen to the guitar alone for a second. Just loop a couple bars. So this is without. Peaking at -12. If we engage the saturation, it is bringing it up about a decibel. I don't mind the tone difference though. Let's see what we got here as far as Fat Electric Guitars. Preset. Let's listen to a different part. There's a point where this song really picks up. Just looping a little section here, so as before. Feels like it loses some oomph. Here is our before. We can actually lower our inputs. It's in bypass, that's classic. So the thing about a live stream is you're gonna see me make a mistake. Let's hear it in context.
Kids, and I will love you, babe, like I know you deserve. Put my hands in my pockets, skipping off the curb, like I know you deserve. Put my hands in my pockets, skipping off the curb. I'll no longer be like this, like I know you deserve. Put my hands in my pockets, skipping off the curb. I'll no longer be like this, like I know.
Oh, that's closer to what I'm looking for. It's a little much. Per destruction. That's funny. I just saw something called subtle grits. It's so ridiculous. That's nice. There's a before. And after. Oh, let's hear that in context.
Like I
Before.
know you deserve. Put my hands in my pockets, skipping off the curb. I'll no longer be like this. Like I know you deserve. Put my hands in my pockets, skipping off the curb. I'll no longer be like this. Like I know you deserve. Put my hands in my pocket.
Let's hear what that sounds like with the full band chorus.
Hitting the bullseye. By an arrow out the blue. By an arrow out the blue. By an arrow out the blue.
All right, let's rein in the overheads. Okay. Do-do-do-do. Hello to my one viewer. Using this CLA drums plugin on the overhead, apparently. This is all just from the session. I haven't touched it since, so let's see if we can actually do it with the stock stuff. Maybe stick a little compressor here. Cool. And I am going to just turn it down a bit. It's really just that top end, though. I got the ride mic separately. Might not even be the overhead channel. There we go, without the ride channel. It's not an issue. Holy smokes, there we go. Slap a compressor on this baby. Let's try this one for fun. Cool. Let's see if he plays exclusively the ride at any point and see if we messed it up. Yo, what's up, Jayan? How's it going, buddy? Let's see. Oh no, my battery. I'll be right back. The battery on the camera died. That's embarrassing. I should have plugged it in. Alright, well. I'll do that right now. I was not planning on streaming for that long, but sometimes I've heard it's great for viewer retention when you let the battery on the camera die. Let's give the song a listen while we're waiting here. But with everything.
There are too many flames that I can't contain. Don't know how to turn them into anything but a short-lived flame. Another ride of spring, and I can't seem to change, 'cause I'm doing it again. Maybe this time things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, I'm gonna find a door. I don't see it as a game, though we play it just the same. Stoking the fire that doesn't burn, but just brings joy to everything. Till the cold comes creeping in, a cruel wind that gets under my skin and into my veins. Please don't be happening again. I wanna love you, babe, like I know you deserve. Put my hands in my pockets, stepping off the curb. I don't mean to be like this, hitting the mark until I miss. 'Cause my heart's been shot through by an arrow out of the blue. Maybe this time things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, we're gonna find the cure. And I will love you, babe, like I know you deserve. Put my hands in my pockets, skipping off the curve. I'll no longer be like this, hitting the bullseye till I miss. 'Cause my heart won't be shot through by an arrow out of the blue. By an arrow out the blue. By an arrow out the blue. By an arrow out the blue.
Let's see.
Felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, I'm gonna find a door. I don't see it as a game. Still admit I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, I'm gonna find a door.
Alright, I have replaced the battery and plugged in the camera. Now I know, first live stream, gonna make mistakes. Alright, let's see, let's hone in on the vocals here. I really love Eric's tone naturally, so I don't want to mess with it too much, but we already have the 76 on there. Smoothing out the transients. Oh, it looks like we are clipping at some point here.
Felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent.
Oh, I guess not.
And maybe once where there was a dead end, find a door. I don't see it as a game. Just admit I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, I'm gonna find a door.
I'm just gonna find the frequencies that maybe we want to cut, and then stick points there, and we'll listen, and then pull them down while we're listening.
I don't see it as a game. Just admit I don't think that I've felt like this before.
Definitely that.
Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, I'm gonna find a door. I don't
Up here could maybe be boosted a bit for
see
some
it as a
no. Maybe not.
game. Just admit I
Let's listen with
don't
everything.
think that I felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, I'm gonna find a door. I don't see it as a game. Just admit I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, I'm gonna find a door. I don't see it as a game. Just admit I don't think that I've felt like this before.
right? Let's see. Yeah. Let's see what that's like.
Man, I don't think that I've felt like this
A
before.
little much.
Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, I'm gonna find a door. I don't see. Someone said rules are meant to
If you overdo it, you give somebody a lisp.
be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, I'm gonna find a door.
Okay. Let's check this.
I don't see it as a game, though we play it just the same. Stoking the fire that doesn't burn, but just brings joy to everything. Till the cold comes creeping in, a cruel wind that gets under my skin and into my veins. Please don't be happening again.
Something just happened there in the acoustic guitar. Let's make a note of that. I'm not doing like a surgical mix on this because I wanted to just have a nice little time live streaming. So let's just snag whatever's popping out.
Fire that doesn't burn, but just brings joy to everything. Till the cold comes creeping in,
I thought it was that.
a cruel comes creeping. A cruel wind that gets under my.
That's not so bad. I thought maybe that's what was sticking out to me.
I don't see it as a game, though we play it just the same. Stoking the fire that doesn't burn, but just brings joy to everything. Till the cold comes creeping in, a cruel wind that gets under my skin, and it just brings joy to everything. Till the cold comes creeping in, a cruel wind that gets under my skin, and it just brings joy to everything. Till the cold comes creeping in, a cruel wind that gets under my skin, and it just brings joy to everything. Till the cold comes creeping in, a cruel wind that gets under my skin and into my veins. Please don't be happening again. I wanna love you, babe, like I know you deserve. Put my hands in my pockets, stepping off the curb. I don't mean to be like this, hitting the mark until I miss. 'Cause my heart's been shot through by an arrow out of the blue. Maybe this time things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, we're gonna find the cure. Meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, we're gonna find the cure. And I will love you, babe, like I know you deserve. Put my hands in my pockets, skipping off the curve. I'll no longer be like this, hitting the bullseye till I miss. 'Cause my heart won't be shot through by an arrow out of the blue. By an arrow out the blue. By an arrow out the blue. By an arrow out the blue. That I can't contain. Don't know how to turn them into anything but a short-lived flame, another ride of spring, and I can't seem to change.
Let's try some.
What a
Whoa.
Maybe this time things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, I'm gonna find a door.
That's not bad. Alright, let's fit the other vocals around it. I'll just solo all the vocals. These guys have great voices.
Maybe this time things will be different.
Beautiful.
I must admit I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent.
Let's just flatten them.
And maybe once where there was a dead end. Maybe this time things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they could be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, we're gonna find the cure.
We're gonna put a bit of a gate on
Maybe
this.
this time things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they could be bent. And maybe once where they could be bent. And maybe one.
I don't think we tuned these vocals, but they... Oh. Maybe we did. It's not impossible. Yes, I did pitch correct some of these vocals. Don't tell anyone.
Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they could be bent.
That's fine. It's buried in the background.
And maybe once where there was a dead end, we're gonna find the cure. Maybe this
I just want to get rid of these
things will be
silences.
different. I must admit I'm different. I must admit different. I must admit I don't think different. I must admit I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they could be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, we're gonna find the cure. Maybe this time things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they could be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, we're gonna find the
faster
cure.
attack on this, for sure.
Maybe this time things will be different.
Alright, that's fine. It sounds robotic on its own, but
I must
it's not what we're worried about.
I don't think that I've
That's how we're
felt
gonna do
like
this right now.
before. Someone said rules were meant to be learned so that they could be bent. Maybe once where there was a dead end, the cure. Maybe this time things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I've this before. Someone said rules were meant to be learned so that they could be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, the cure. Maybe this time things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules were meant to be learned so that they could be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, we're gonna find the cure.
Do we have a take with him saying all of that? Let's see. It doesn't look like
there was a dead end. We're gonna find the cure. There was a dead end. We're gonna find the cure. There was a dead end. We're gonna find the cure. Maybe this time things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, we're gonna find the cure. Maybe this time things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I've felt like this before.
little tiny cubases up here, little tiny cubases down here. Try this layout for a bit. Alright, let's see. Amazing. So we have 4 harmony vocals here.
About the blue.
same.
Of the blue, of the blue.
Oh, incredible.
Blue, 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 blue. Blue,
Right on. See what this one's doing. We'll just tidy it up. Build it with the other one.
Of the blue, of the blue, of the blue,
Oops.
of the blue,
Maybe I'll just cut these out.
of the blue.
I'll give that a bit more of a tail. Get out of here. Alright. That's fine.
Of the blue, of the blue,
And the main vocal. Oh, this is the harmony. The main harmony. First harmony.
of the blue, 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 of the blue.
What's this little noise here?
Of the blue, of
We'll chop out this little false start.
the blue.
Alright.
Arrow out the blue. By an arrow out the blue.
Do we want to lock in these harmonies? Should we tune them? It's kind of nice that they warble.
Out the blue.
Let's see what it's like if they're tuned. We won't go T-Pain on him, but let's see. Where's our lead vocal? Here it is. Lead vocal remains untouched. Is an F sharp. I think that's where our problem lies. And this G might be mistaken, might be the lead actually. Let's see. Okay, let's see. You know what? I have.
Maybe once where there was a dead end, we're gonna find the cure. And I will love you, babe, like I know you deserve. Put my hands in my pockets, skipping off the curve. I'll no longer be like this, hitting the bullseye till I miss. 'Cause my heart won't be shot through by an arrow out of the blue. By an arrow out the blue. By an arrow out the blue. By an arrow out the blue.
Yeah. Gotta be this G. Let's see. Whoops. I don't want to be moving things. Harmony R2, I think, might be the culprit. Before? After. Beautiful. We don't have to do any sort of crazy auto tuning It's a supernatural tune, but not supernatural as in aliens wrote it, but it's a very natural vibe. It sounds peak. Hello, thanks for joining. Yeah, this band is awesome. This is Eric Fine's Contraband. These guys came and recorded in the studio in October, and once this thing's mixed, I'll be putting it out with the footage of them recording on my channel. So I'm a little torn on tuning the vocals, but I felt like that last one was important. Maybe I'll just go through and check out all the harmonies and make sure they're landing nicely. Just open them up. That sounds fun. D and the B are in key. I believe this is in D major. We've got a bunch of silence here. What's going on here? Well, maybe we don't need that in the background, right? Clean this up.
Out the blue.
With a little snap. It's Frisco Lee right there. We used to have a band together, and I swear every single song we recorded, Frisco would play an additional guitar lick after the last note. It became sort of a running bit / frustration. Not a real frustration, sort of playful. Oh, thanks for subscribing. Okay. That's good. Check out this section with the harmonies. Okay.
Maybe this time things will be different.
Alright, I'll just do the same thing here and clean it up.
Maybe this time.
Alright.
I must admit, I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they could be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, we're gonna find the cure.
We'll just get rid of these. Areas where he's not singing.
Maybe this time things will be different. I must admit, I don't think that I've this before. Someone said rules were meant to be learned so that they could be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, the cure.
I'm not sure if we're gonna put a harmony on this part.
We're gonna find the cure.
I think we might just land on using the harmonies here. And I'll just mute this in case.
And the cure.
In case we want to come back to it. But
And the cure.
I remember there was a conversation during the session about this.
And the cure. And the cure.
I want the F.
And the find the cure. Find the cure. Maybe this time things will be different. I must admit I
Part of me wants to align these vocals a bit, but
that I felt like this before.
it's a little bit opposed to the style. Should be a little fast and loose.
Felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent.
That's really locked in. It's more back here.
I must admit I don't think that I felt like this before. Maybe this time things will be different.
I think I'm gonna just see about aligning this a little more. It's a sweet feature in Cubase where we can say, all right, this lead vocals are reference. We come down here, select these two and say those are our targets. Oh yeah, we've made some modifications, so we are going to bounce what we did there. And we're not going to go crazy, we'll go 75%. Hit align audio.
Maybe this time things will be different.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. See about this next one.
I must admit I don't think that I must.
It doesn't sound bad at all. It does have a little bit of sort of a flam on the beginning.
I must admit I don't think that I felt like this before.
That's really nice. Now let's jump to the next section. We used a couple different takes for the lead vocal, which is super normal. Let's hear it before.
Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent.
It's really not bad at all. The so that is a little off.
Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent.
Wow. That's really nice too. All right, we're gonna do all of it. It's the chorus. Let's lock it in, right? Let's lock in this chorus. We're just gonna do it now.
And maybe once where there was a dead end, we're gonna find the cure.
That's nice. All right. Should we do it at the outro here? Might as well, right? Might as well.
Out the blue.
Is this a different? Yeah, they're all different pieces.
By an arrow out the blue.
All right. Here we go, last one. Go ahead, bounce it. Oh. What happened is I selected everything underneath it, so... Hold on, where are we? Undo that. Take our reference. And then I just want the ones on top as the target. Fine, bounce. Align those.
By an arrow out the blue.
All right, this sounded really good before. Yeah, this tool's awesome. It's one of the reasons I used this version of Cubase. I used to use 8.5, I think, and I was fine with that. And then when I saw this, I was like, okay, I'm gonna upgrade just for this tool. It makes it, instead of going through individually aligning. And I know there are there's plugins, something like there's like a vocal line plugin I know you can get. But this one's built into the dock. Cubase has a lot of really good stuff built in stock that that you can't even top with some of the other like plugins you could purchase. All right, let's just do it to these. You know what? Yeah, okay, let's do it. And then... Oh, it didn't, so it cut it up because it's only this part that it's aligning to. And this one is the reference here. I'm doing this a little out of order because it is just sort of like midnight and I'm having a little bit of fun mixing, but typically what I would do is go through the lead vocal, tune it, bounce it, and then use that as my full reference. Probably next week when I go to look at this a little deeper, I will regret what I'm doing right now, but let's have some fun. And align. Oh, I did the same thing again. That'll happen when you're not paying attention. Okay, so we're here. That's our target. This is our, or that's our reference. This is our target. Go ahead. Auto align. Oh, 1 of 3. Okay, this one couldn't be aligned. How come? Okay. Did it there. Let's check this out. Maybe we will clean these up as well.
Maybe this time things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I've felt like this before.
Yeah, we got one guy always doing felt like, the other one not.
Band. And maybe once where there was a dead end, I'm gonna find a door. And I'm gonna find a door.
Cool. They sound like robots, but not worried about that right now. They're gonna sound great all together.
Some
Alright, oops, what happened there?
this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, I'm gonna find a door. I don't see it as a game.
Definitely gonna need a de-esser on these background vocals. So
This time things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I've this before. Someone said rules are meant to
alright.
find a door. Maybe this time.
I'm gonna regret bouncing those things with the pitch correction in it. Whatever.
Things will be different. This time, maybe.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll have to go pull the original for that later on.
Maybe this time things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I've this before. Someone said rules were meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, I'm gonna find a door. Maybe this time things will be different.
Cool. Let's make these all blend together.
I must admit I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules were meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, I'm gonna find a door. I don't see things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I've this before. Someone said rules were meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, I'm gonna find a door.
I know, it sounds like a robot. I'm working a little out of order. Should always just work in order. Just trying to just have some late night fun. I screwed up my mix. It's alright. I can revert these vocals. No problem. Can we do that? Now I'm gonna have to actually pull the original take. I'm not doing it now, but
maybe this time things will be different. Maybe this time things will be.
it's not that bad once it's all together, right?
Maybe this time things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules were meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there.
Yeah, there's a lot of music where I'm sure the backup vocals sound really strange in isolation.
There was a dead end, I'm gonna find a door. I don't see it as a game, though we play it just the same. Stoking the fire that does.
Oh, the keys sound awesome. We threw an organ somewhere. Oh yeah, it's on the chorus. We threw the organ. What an incredible keyboard player. All right. So I wouldn't mind getting this acoustic guitar to sound a little brighter.
Maybe this time things different. I must admit I don't think that I felt like this before.
All I've done to it is little EQ. I kind of don't want to mess with it too much. It sounds pretty good. What if we... Yeah, incredible sounding keys. So the, here, you know what? We'll hop back to this for a second.
Till the cold comes creeping in.
Okay, I don't know if the stream dropped out there. It looked like it did on mine. Yeah, so he actually played the keys and we recorded the MIDI. I have a Kai MPK here, and we use this Arturia. And then what we did was we changed the rotary. Here you can see that we automated the rotary speaker from slow to fast. This one here. Pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna just give this acoustic guitar a pass. Plugin I was looking for.
like I know you deserve. I wanna love you, babe, like I know you deserve. Put my hands in my pockets, stepping off the curb. I don't.
I'm thinking maybe instead of making these acoustic guitars
Mean to be like
brighter in the sense
this,
that I just like.
hitting the mark until I miss. 'Cause my
Although that
heart's
is
been
that.
shot through by an arrow out of the blue.
What if we put a bright reverb on it?
Maybe this time things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, we're gonna find a cure. And I will love you, babe, like I know you deserve. Put my hands in my
There we go.
pockets, skipping off the curb. And
We're also missing something on this take. So let's see if we could pull it from the previous one. Just comp this together. Maybe we can comp together the whole line here. We'll just maybe around there.
there was a dead end, we're gonna find a cure.
So something going on the right channel here. I think we want to fix that. All right, so we've got 4 on the top one, and this is 6 down here. We can pull from anything other than 4 and 6. 5 was a good take. Let's see. Very different tone. Nope. 9 doesn't sound so bad. See if we just pull the whole line off of 9. And we'll just listen to the acoustic. Perfect. Nobody's going to notice that comp. And we don't have that fart sound that was going on the low string. Alright, what's it sound like with this reverb I'm toying with? Kind of nice with the modulation.
Once where there was a dead end, we're gonna find a cure. And they can be bent. like I know you deserve. Put my hands in my pockets, skipping off the curve. I'll know.
Yeah, there we go. The left guitar on the acoustic has a little. Oh. It was the right? Yeah, it's the left one.
Skipping off the curve.
See if we can pull that from another take. I think 9 seemed really serviceable earlier, so try that as our, whoops. Try that as our replacement.
Skipping off the curve. I'll no longer be like this, hitting the bullseye till I miss. 'Cause my heart won't be shot through by an arrow out of the blue. By an arrow out the blue. By an arrow out the
I think 9 might just be the better take.
By an arrow out the blue. By an arrow out the
Okay. It's so funny to hear the click in the background on a recording. Let's make sure we get rid of that. It's a nice thing about having groups here. In Cubase, you just kind of like the drums. I could just say, okay, there's no drums after this, and just pull it all the way back. Should we let the bass and rhythm guitar fully ring out? Probably, eh? Not with all that. Cool.
This time things will be different. I'll find a cure. Out the blue. By an
want to avoid having that click. Alright. And we had an acoustic guitar reverb we were playing around with. I'm gonna take that reverb and high pass it at 300. And
Cause my heart's been shot through by an arrow out of the blue. Maybe this time things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, we're gonna find the cure. And
clearing the throat is so funny. Okay. Alright, I really gotta go through this lead vocal take, but it is almost 1 o'clock, and inevitably my kids are going to wake up at the same time tomorrow morning, whether I want to be doing this or not. So, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you to my one viewer. Yeah, I just realized it. Oh, there we go. Cable in front of the camera. Shall we just have... Shall we have a last listen? Thank you. It should be a lot more organized, but this is flow state stuff. Flow state. ADHD mixing.
That I can't contain. Don't know how to turn them into anything but a short-lived flame. Another ride of spring, and I can't seem to change, 'cause I'm doing it again. Maybe this time things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, I'm gonna find a door. I don't see it as a game, though we play it just the same. Stoking the fire that doesn't burn, but just brings joy to everything. Till the cold comes creeping in, a cruel wind that gets under my skin and into my veins. Please don't be happening again.
Oh, what happened there?
Please don't be happening babe, like I know you deserve. Put my hands in my pockets, stepping off the curb. I don't mean to be like this, hitting the mark until I miss. 'Cause my heart's been shot through by an arrow out of the blue. Maybe this time things will be different. I must admit I don't think that I've felt like this before. Someone said rules are meant to be learned so that they can be bent. And maybe once where there was a dead end, we're gonna find a cure. And I will love you, babe, like I know you deserve. Put my hands in my pockets, skipping off the curve. I'll no longer be like this, hitting the bullseye till I miss. 'Cause my heart won't be shot through by an arrow out of the blue. By an arrow out the blue. By an arrow out the blue. By an arrow out the blue.
I need like a big reverb sweep at the end, like a shh. You know what? It's gonna be stuck in my head too. Sorry. Have a good night.